are women who will lie to you and tell you that you look good, knowing that you don't, just so you don't get more attention. They don't want you to look better than them, outshine them, um, just attract more than they will. So they'll tell you, girl, yeah, you look good. And they're telling their other friends, she look a mess. That's how jealous and envious women can be to one another. Sending you out there, again, to fail, sending you out there to look crazy. Because women thrive and need validation from other women. That's who they trust. If I'm gonna call my girlfriend and say, girl, do I look good? And she gonna be like, yeah, girl, you look great. What you wearing tonight? I'm wearing this. Yeah, girl, wear that. Should I wear the jeans? Should I put the sneakers on? Yeah, girl, put the sneakers on. Wear the jeans. Knowing that you're coming in, you coming, you stepping out, but you told her to put jeans and sneakers on because you know if she steps out, she's gonna get more attention than you. She's gonna attract a different caliber of men than you. Women do it to each other all the time, and unfortunately, a lot of women don't see it because they think their friend is just looking out for them, and she's lying to you. Women lie to each other all the time, knowing the truth, but instead of saying, no, sis, I don't think that looks that great. Let's try something else. Let me see what else you got in your closet. Let me see what else how you could do your hair. But if they know if they're honest with you, you're gonna take their spot, and they don't want you to take their spot.
Some women will plot to take your man not because they want him, but because they're secretly obsessed with you. And that can include your own friends. And this is why, as a woman, you have to protect your peace not only with who you date, but who you befriend, who you keep around you, and what you share to some women, whether that's in person or online. Some of the girlies in your community or who you hang around, they're plotting on your downfall, and getting your man is how they can achieve that to them. Or if they don't want your man, they just don't want you to have that man. These women will attempt to sabotage your relationship by playing with your emotions and giving you friendly advice that's actually hurting you. She'll become really close with him too in the name of trying to protect their friend, when in reality, they just want to be that source that he goes to when he needs to talk about you or, just talk things out. Her goal being to groom and convince him that he can run to her whenever you two are having issues because she knows you so well. And that's when she'll plant seeds in his head that she's better, that he could do much better than you. And yeah, remember the saying, keep your friends close but your enemies closer? Some of these women see you as their enemy. So just be careful out there. And stop thinking that all women are girls, because they're really not.
You being God's favor is going to make you the most hated. I'm telling you now. You are going to meet folks that's just not going to like you for merely existing because they are in understanding that you are amongst the selected. Sometimes people don't like you because they see in you how God is getting ready to use you. Are you ready for us to talk about this? Envy is a crazy thing because folks often envy those they are in close proximity to. It is an uncomfortable feeling to watch people make it to places that you never gonna make it to. And it's uncomfortable to see people grasp a certain level of success that you never gonna get. And there's a feeling in you because often those who win have nothing special for them. You look no better than me. You are no more talented than me. You are no greater than me. And I know you. I sit beside you. I chill with you. I'm around you. But you're doing the very things that I wish that I can do for me. That's an uncomfortable feeling. That's a feeling that makes you question your own self-worth. That makes you question where you're going to get to. And folks are not going to like you because you were born to be amongst the winning team. And they were born to try to find a way to get in the group. I'm in full understanding that there's some people who wish the worst for me because they know only the best is what I'm going to get. I understand that. And you have to understand it too. Being God's favorite makes you the most hated.
Jealousy is betrayal in progress. That's why somebody envious of you is one of the most dangerous people you can associate with. Be very careful of those that have a pattern of placing you on a pedestal or trying to humble you, copy you, covet you, control you, possess you, wanting you to be the center of their world in some way or some form. These are not pictures of healthy love, healthy friendship, or healthy kinship. And regardless of whether or not that person is consciously aware of what's being done, it's being done nonetheless. But it's their responsibility to address unhealthy patterns present in their life. As for you, Remaining loyal to someone who's already proven to be disloyal, particularly in these areas, is nothing short of participation in your own possible betrayal. Not every connection or association that calls itself a friendship, a romantic partnership, or a kinship is one. The quicker we learn how to navigate around the difference, the easier life becomes. Boundary up. Hope this helps.
If you have jealous friends, you really need to be careful of keeping them around you and letting them see and giving them insight into what you do on a daily, weekly, whatever basis, just what you do, period. Because keeping a jealous friend is worse than keeping an enemy. At least an enemy, you know they don't like you. You're not telling them your secrets. You're not telling them what's going on in your life. You're not telling them all these different things about you, right? But if you have a jealous friend, and maybe you don't know you have a jealous friend, but if you have a jealous friend, they're getting all that insight. They're knowing what you're doing. They're peeking into what you're saying. They know when you're feeling sad. They know when you're feeling mad, whatever. And they can secretly, and they probably are secretly, preying on your downfall. Or they're happy when something bad happens to you. Or they're happy when you don't get that promotion or that extra money or whatever it may be, right? So you have to watch out for those jealous friends because they can stop you from progressing. They can stop you from progressing mentally, spiritually, emotionally, in your life, in your career, in your business. And those types of people will keep you down because they don't want you doing better than them. Jealous friends do not want you to do better than them, and you cannot keep those people in your life. So keep an eye out for people who are in your life who are making little side comments when you like do something successful, or maybe you'll say like, hey, like this something great happened to me, and they have some way to bring in something negative, right? You have to keep watch for these types of people and snip, snip, cut them out of your life because they will hold you back.
A lot of times, the reason why you're getting that weird energy from people is because they see you as competition. This is one of those things that took me embarrassingly long to realize. I've talked about this before, but it's called a zero-sum mindset, which means that they see your wins as a loss for themselves. And you'll start getting weird energy from them because of that. You'll start experiencing these weird side comments, insults disguised as jokes, unsupportive behavior. And the reason why you could never really pinpoint why the energy was weird, it's because they were in a one-sided competition with you. You're not thinking with that mindset, and so it's not making sense to you. You leave the encounter and you're just like, that was weird. And they leave the encounter thinking about whatever it is they're competing for. And like always, I recommend cutting them off, because you can literally be the most non-threatening person ever, but if they are living in their insecurities and it is telling them that you are a potential threat, they'll just keep convincing themselves that their actions are justified. And that's why you just keep pushing and doing you. And you'll always win this competition because you're busy working on yourself and they're busy trying to tear people down. I swear you can feel it the moment someone's energy goes from friend to foe. The moment someone switches up on you, there's just this overwhelming sense of I know it's true, but I can't prove it yet. And I feel like only people that have discernment know what I'm talking about. This happens because when people start to dislike something about you, that resentment builds up and you start to see it in different areas. If they're jealous of you, they can't hide that for long. And the longer you wait for that proof to cut them off, the bigger the example gets, because they start bursting at their seams. For example, they might make a side comment here and there, and you second guess yourself when you feel that energy difference. I feel like they're kind of jealous of me, but maybe I'm tripping. And then one day you buy a new car, and then they blow up and they make it extremely clear to you. And after it happens, you're just like, damn, I knew I was right. And you'll notice that the signs were there the entire time. Personally, I notice these things because I'm always observing people. I'll look at a person and be like, your mouth is smiling, but your eyes are angry. I think your brain picks up on that and lets you know that wasn't genuine. Something's off. That's when you get that vibe. This person, not to be trusted.
Let's talk about jealousy and envy in female friendships real quick. Because I've been noticing an influx of like the girls girl phenomenon, and I have my own commentary on that, but we'll save for that for later. To be clear, being jealous is a completely normal feeling that everyone in this entire planet gets. The difference between jealousy and envy is that envy is a result of jealousy combined with resentment over time. That's when it gets ugly. Being able to be jealous and recognize your jealousy and then use that to better yourself is a completely different thing. But a lot of people will sit in their jealousy and then combine it with anger and then blame it on you. Those are not the type of girls you need to be friends with. You can be secure in yourself and also want other things that people have. But I think it has a lot to do with the amount of blame that you put on the person who has the thing that you want. In my opinion, if I'm coming up short for me, that's on me. If I want something, I go get it. But a lot of times people will just hate you because they're too lazy to try and get what you already have, or they know that they can't, so they just resent you for it. Okay, that's my commentary. Toodles. Did you all see that TikTok of this Congolese girl saying that she had gotten a promotion and her group of friends were like, okay, like let's go out and celebrate, like, dinner or drinks or something like that. And so they all go out and she goes to the bathroom and then apparently one of the friends poisoned her drink, bro. Poison. And I guess there was this guy and he was a little bit drunk, but she was walking back from the bathroom. He caught her and he said, hey, don't drink the drink, your friend put something in it, right? And then I guess the friends are there and they're hearing what's happening. And the friend is like, absolutely not, like, da 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 da. And she like curses him out or, yells at him. And then the friends are like, well, if there's nothing wrong with the drink, you drink it. And then this bitch is silent, obviously. And then apparently they basically like try to force her to drink it to the point where she has to like fight them off and be like, actually, yeah, I did poison her. And I'm so mad. She always gets all the jobs and all of the good things and yada, yada, yada. I saw this in a Twitter thread, but it was on here on TikTok. I'm just floored, like the lengths people will go through to like see you fail and to like aid in your demise. All of this to say that like you really do have to watch the reactions of your friends when good things happen to you to see who is secretly like hating on you and who is genuinely happy and there to celebrate your win. And I think it's one thing, I think we've all been there before when we've been like maybe jealous of seeing somebody else's successes because we feel like we're not in the place that we should be and they're like ahead of us. I think that's like definitely a human trait. But to go as far as poisoning your friend, you're willing to risk jail time because a homegirl got a good job? Like, are you dumb or are you stupid? Please make sure you're paying attention. Please make sure that you're not giving people the benefit of the doubt who have never earned that benefit of the doubt. When you see people copying you, that sometimes means that they want to be you. Not every time, don't get a big head, but like there are sometimes people that really will copy everything you do because they want to be you and because they may be jealous of you and they may want everything you have. And when I mean they want everything you have, I mean everything you specifically have. So you need to watch out because people will steal your boyfriends, people will steal your jobs, people will try to steal your family, your friends, everything, your house. So please be careful, please be vigilant, and make sure that you know who you can and cannot share your wins with because people are really rooting for your downfall. This is how you know if you have a jealous friend. I just want to start by saying people can be jealous of you for many reasons. How you look, the type of job you have, the type of lifestyle you live. Sometimes it's something intangible, like your personality. Yes, people can be jealous of your personality. So here are 3 signs that you have a jealous friend. Number 1, they withhold praise. They are never happy for you and they never give you compliments. It's just such an easy way to tell. Like anybody who refuses to celebrate your wins hates you. And if they never want to give you compliments ever, it's because they hate you. Because why wouldn't you want your friends to feel celebrated? Number 2, they start acting weird when you guys get around other people. Because they feel threatened by you, they're going to say or do things to embarrass you in front of others. And number 3, they're always in secret competition with you. You could tell them that you're proud of yourself for waking up at 8 a.m. and they would be like, oh, well, I woke up at 6 a.m. Okay, girl, chocolate chip or oatmeal? Which cookie do you want? Once you see the signs, get rid of them.
Signs someone is jealous of you. 1, they copy every single thing that you do, like the way you do your makeup, the way you do your hair. If you like sports, now all of a sudden they like sports. They even start copying some of the hobbies that you like to do that they were never interested in. This one is very tricky because they could be very similar to you, or they could also admire you. 2, they downplay your success. Let's say something amazing happens to you or you got an award or something, and then that person is like, oh, I've gotten that a million times before, or oh, that's not that hard to get. That is a sign of jealousy. 3, they are constantly criticizing you and pointing out your mistakes. These people are analyzing you like you're under a microscope, and they'll notice things that no one else notices, and then they'll point it out to make you feel bad about it. There's a difference between constructive criticism and always criticizing you to make you feel bad, and you will definitely notice the difference.
Just a little PSA for the girlies. If you have friends that get upset or intimidated by you when you don't tell them every single thing that's going on in your life, these are not your friends. These people are called secret haters, and they're in a one-sided competition with you at all times. And the reason why they get so upset when you keep things private and they don't know every little thing about you is because it's harder for them to figure you out, one. And two, they don't have the tools to one-up you in their one-sided competition. So this is just a reminder to beware of people like this, because there are so many out there. Evil eye is so real, so keep things to yourself. Set some boundaries.
Insecure women only become friends with other women that they do not perceive as a threat. Let me get into it because I just came to this realization in full speed. This means if you are quote unquote prettier than them, if you dress better than them, you just do your makeup better, you're thriving in life a little bit more, you have a good relationship, you have a good job, anything of that sort. But the real way an insecure woman calculates if you're a threat or not is attention. Do you get more attention than them from men? Do you get more attention than them from other women? That's the real kicker. Because of that, these women will not befriend you. Or if they do, they're the most toxic friends you will ever have. They will isolate you. They won't invite you places. They'll try to look better than you in pictures. This is a huge one. Like, homegirl will really post a picture where she knows you don't look the best in, but will still post it anyways because they look better. These are also the type of women who I know you met before, who actually get mad when their friends have other friends. They almost feel like these people have to be their sidekicks, their companions through everything, and only belong to them. Like, if they see you make new friends, this enrages them the most. Because these insecure women cling to their friends as almost like sidekicks. And these sidekicks have to be kind of their like plus ones to everything they do. Basically, their validation. Because people with a healthy view of themselves and their friendships will actually be happy for you when you make new friends. They won't perceive it as a threat because they know where they stand in your life, and they also see themselves in a good light. Because the fear there is that the person is scared to be replaced by these new friends. And I could do multiple parts about this topic.
Here's the other thing you need to understand about gossiping. If they're doing it with you, they'll do it about you when you're not there. People gossip as a way to bond with other people. It's called triangulation. Narcissists do this in particular. By talking about other people in a derogatory way, the people that are gossiping are trying to build a bond with you. That means the second you're not there, they will trash you in order to build a bond with other people. And when you really get that as a truth, because it is a truth, that people who gossip with you gossip about you, that will change how you look at all your relationships. And when you become the kind of person that makes it a rule to not gossip about people, you will surround yourself with other people who don't gossip about you. And that is a powerful change in your life.
2 words. Gatekeep everything. When you have a friend who is jealous of you, they are going to try to steal everything you do. And a lot of people are like, just stop being friends with that person. I know that case by case, that is not so simple sometimes. They might be really intertwined in your life, really intertwined in your friend group. But a lot of times you got to just stop opening your mouth and telling them things that you were doing. And I know that that feels so like not the right thing to do because it's your friend. You should be able to like tell them about the exciting things going on in your life. But these people who secretly hate you and are jealous of you, I find that they copy you all the time because they want to wear your skin.
You know, one thing that is like really discouraging is finding out your friend really don't like you. Like they really hated you and don't fool with you. That is one thing that's kind of heartbreaking, especially when you realize like there are not a lot of genuine people in this world. And when I say genuine, I'm talking like people who are willing to support you, celebrate you, show up for you. One thing that you will notice is over time, there will be more people wanting to hear about your failures than your successes. And they will be sitting there with popcorn ready to go, oh my God, what happened next? But as soon as you have something to be celebrated, ain't nobody to talk to. And that is a lonely feeling. And this isn't one of those, oh my gosh, everybody's jealous of me. No, you can leave whatever hateful comments you want in the comment section about that. However, you would be crazy to think that this isn't a real issue. And I'm not saying that this is women because I know hatred and jealousy have no gender. I know that men deal with it too, but it sucks. It sucks to find out that there are not a lot of genuine people. And when you do find someone that's genuine, tell them, love them, celebrate them, okay?
Me, baby. If you have ever had somebody who is jealous or envious of you, your abilities, your connections, let's talk. And I'm talking jealousy that looks like destruction. They are trying to destroy your connections, destroy your success, sabotage, or assassinate your character. That's who we're talking about. Uh-oh, the light shined on me again. The Lord's finna use me. When a person feels inadequate within themselves, that inadequacy can spill over and manifest as envy and jealousy. Why? Because you possess something they desire. When a person perceives themselves as lacking in certain areas, they compare themselves unfavorably to you or somebody else who possesses what it is that they desire. So that comparison triggers jealousy and envy. So now, because they focus on the things that they lack instead of appreciating the qualities that they have, they end up resenting the very person who possesses those qualities that they covet. Comparison is natural. Being envious or jealous to the points where you're trying to be destructive is not. And for that person who has that feeling of inadequacy or those feelings of inadequacy, that is a signal of the insecurities within them. And it's not going to change until they really start building that self-acceptance and that gratitude towards the qualities, the attributes, the characteristics, the successes that they possess. For most people, it's not hard to admit that they admire something that somebody possesses. But for a person who has a deep-rooted feeling of inadequacy that has not done the work to actually work through those feelings, they can't admit that they simply just admire you or what it is that you have. It's their mindset. So if you are dealing with that type of person, if that person is around you, remove yourself from that person because they have some internal work to do. And the only thing that's going to come out of it is the demolish of you, what you've built, or their attempt to sabotage everything good for you. Because then they'll feel better because they want to bring you to a level that they see themselves or that they perceive themselves at. Don't waste your time, honey. Burn.
Sometimes what causes jealousy isn't your money, your car, or the things that you have. Because the jealous person could have that all and more. What causes jealousy is your essence, your energy, how you carry yourself, your aura, the way you manage your values in life. Those things that make you shine and no one can ever turn off, that's what causes jealousy.
Who feels envious of you ends up befriending you. And consciously, they may not be even aware of that. They think, well, I do want to like them, but unconsciously, they feel envy. They think that you have success that you don't necessarily deserve, that you have what they want, right? They become your friend and they charm you, etc., etc. And then lo and behold, you start noticing all kinds of behavior that's very ugly that you weren't expecting because they're your friend. They start saying bitchy comments that get under your skin, that make you feel insecure. They take things from you. They act in ways that are hurtful. But because they're your friend, your first instinct is to blame yourself. Well, maybe it's my fault that they've done this. Maybe I'm actually to blame for what they're saying, etc., etc. So I believe behind the frenemies phenomenon is this phenomena of envy, where the person secretly wants what you have and they're becoming your friend so that they can wound you.
Women who compete with you compare themselves to you. You don't compete where you don't compare. If there's no comparison, there's no competition. She's competing with you because you are considered a threat for whatever reason. Her problem is she can't be you. She will try, my God, will she try to be like you, to outdo you, to surpass you. You may have some similarities that she's holding onto for dear life, but the problem is, in her head, she views you as like you're on a pedestal and she is the lesser of the two of you. Hence why you're the threat and why she's in competition. The similarities are what she's comparing herself to. That's basically her problem.